Okay, so we're going to get ready to try this again. So we're gonna go in yesterday's folder, um Monday's folder, December the 6th. And so on yesterday in class, we had some front notes which look like this. No, it's something else. So let's open here. And with these notes, you all have blanks. And so what I did was I went over this information in class, and I'm going to go over it now with you guys. So on Friday, we talked about, or we started discussing um, warm fronts. So there's four types of fronts, but the first type of front we talked about was a warm front. And so today, you guys are going to talk about, or I'm sorry, today I'm going to talk with you guys about warm front, cold front, included front, and a stationary front. So that's what's going to occur today. As you guys are listening to me go over these notes, you need to type in the information in your notes sheet. So the first page here talks about the front symbol. Okay, so not only are we talking about the four types of fronts, but here are their symbols. So we have number one, this symbol here is a symbol of a cold front, which has blue triangles and a blue line. The second symbol is a warm front, and the warm front has red semicircles and a red line. The third type of symbol we have here is an uncluded front, and it has all purple. It has a purple line with purple and um, purple triangles and a purple semicircle. Lastly, we have a stationary front. It has blue and red, blue triangles and red semicircle. So these are the types of fronts and their symbols. The first type of front we're going to talk about today is a cold front. And so a cold front forms when a cold air mass pushes a warm air mass, forcing the warm air to rise. So this is what you have a picture of. You have a picture of this cold air mass, or this cold air pushing this warm air up. And so as a result of this occurring, it brings about a certain type of weather. And so the type of weather that comes with a cold front, it includes thunderstorm, heavy rain, gusty winds, thunder, lightning, hail, and then it's going to be followed by cool, fair weather. It also produces thunderheads. On the activity that you guys will see next that I'll go over, or through your reading with the next activity, they're going to use the term cumulus and cumulonimbus clouds. Those are also considered to be storm clouds. The next type of front we're going to talk about is a warm front. And so a warm front forms when a moist, warm air mass slides up and a warm air mass slides up and over a cold air mass. So here you have the warm air mass going over the cold air. And so when this happens, the type of weather it brings is going to bring some clouds, but it's going to bring gentle rain or a light snow, and then you're going to have some warmer weather to follow. Just like with the cold front, when the cold front comes through, it's going to bring cooler weather. The third type of front is a stationary front. And so this front forms when you have the cold air and the warm air meet. The thing about this particular front is when it's a stationary front, the warm air can't move the cold air, and the cold air can't move the warm air. They just stand there. Neither one of them can force each other. And so when this occurs, the type of weather that comes with this, it brings clouds and fog. And then it also might bring rain and snow. And then you have the clouds and precipitation lasting for several days. And this again is an example of a stationary front. If something is stationary, it's not moving. The last type of front we're going to talk about is an uncluded front. And so an uncluded front forms when a warm air mass gets trapped between two cold air masses. So here's that cold air mass, here's that warm air mass, and here's the cold air mass again. And so what's happening is, again, this warm air is trapped between the the two cool air, or two, well, it's trapped between two cool air masses. And so the warm air rises as the cold air masses push to meet in the middle. The type of weather this brings, the temperature drops as the warm air mass is cut off from the ground and is pushed upward. And you can kind of see it's being pushed upward there. And then it can bring strong winds and heavy precipitation. So these are the four types of fronts. Again, we have um cold front, warm front, stationary front, included front. Now, in today's class, to further, I guess I would say, reinforce what I talked about on yesterday. Let me go to Tuesday's folder. You guys have an activity. I'm just going to close this out. An activity called Air Fronts Computer Interactive. When you click on this activity, of course, open it with Kimmy. And by the way, this is going to be a minor grade. So you're going to click here to go to the website that you're going to use to find your answers. Now, what you just saw that quickly left the screen was an Adobe Flash. So we need to set up your Flash on your computers, or allow the Flash to occur. So in order to allow the Flash to occur, you're going to need to click here where it says not secure, and this gray triangle box, or this gray triangle. Click on Site Settings. Scroll down until you see the word Flash. Once you get to the word Flash, you're going to hit or click on Allow. Once you click on Allow, you're then going to need to go back to the tab at the top that says Weather Fronts. Once you do that, your page should look like mine. I'm going to close some of these other tabs out. Now, let's go to the actual handout. So this is the introduction. So in order to find the answers to number 1 and 2, which I have no issues with you just copying this on your on sheet since the answer is already there, but you guys can look here in the introduction, because that is where I found those 2 answers in the introduction. And so with the introduction, it tells you what a weather front is, what happens when 2 weather fronts collide, and then it talks about the 4 different types of fronts. So and so one of the things that, and I'm just gonna delete this out so I can kind of show you how to get back to it. So for the cold front, you will be clicking on cold front, and as you can see, it's like a little stimulation occurring. So as this cold air is moving in, it is pushing the warm air up. Clouds have formed. Precipitation is occurring with the rain. So these are just some things that you could just see with the stimulation. But to learn more about cold fronts and to be able to answer the questions, you're going to need to read this information here. And so you're also going to need to put a picture. Well, since I already have the warm fronts picture there, I'm going to show you how to put the picture in the text box or in the box. Go to Add Media. Click on Google Image Search. And because I want to put one in the warm front one, I'm going to type in warm front. Now, when I tried to do this earlier, it didn't work, but that's okay. I'll show you a different way. So we're going to select this. Let's see something. Yeah, so we're going to select this. And so it says that the image cannot insert image because it is corrupt or it may not be supported in its format. So I had tried to do a couple of them, which again is fine. So what I did was I went out here to Google and I typed in warm front and I clicked on images and I found one that showed clouds, showed writing, and I kind of liked this one right here. It could be one you may like better, but this was the one that I liked here. So I right clicked on it and I put save image as. And so when I save image, I just put it on my desktop just so I can get back to it real quick. And then I changed the name to warm front. But because I've already saved it, I don't want to save it again. So I'm going to go back to the Kimmy. Go back to the Add Media, and then this time because I've saved it, I'm going to go to the file, my computer, and I saved it to my desktop. So I'm going to scroll down till I see warm front, and so that's it there. And so now it's in it's on the paper. And so now I don't want it to be overlapping. So I'm going to drag on this blue line to make it fit. And so now it fits to my liking. Again, to answer these other boxes, you're going to need to go back to the tab that says weather fronts, and you're going to have to read this information. Please submit this assignment because this is going to be one of your minor grades for this week. I hope this recording has helped you, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.